Hi everybody, welcome back. It's your girl Phoenicia. I'm coming to you with another business video, and I'm going to talk to you about how to turn your side hustle into entrepreneurship. Or before I get started, if you are interested in videos like this concerning business, be sure to click the like button and click the subscribe button. Hit that little bell so you can be notified when videos come to this channel. So now that I got that out of the way, the questions you should ask yourself when you are transitioning from side hustle to entrepreneurship full time. First of all, you want to ask yourself, what business do I start? There's a lot of businesses out there, and so you may feel that it's a lot of competition out there, but there's only one of you. So what can you do? What are you strong in? Are you strong in numbers? Like, if you love numbers and you love dealing with people's finances and stuff like that, you know what I'm going to? I'm going to an accountant. If you like to do things like people's taxes, if you do that on the side, and you might want to consider doing it full time, because tax season is only for a few months. I mean, and I've known certain people that make six figures just in those few months, and they don't have to work the rest of the year. So that's a good thing. But the downfall of that is the IRS is on you when you're doing other people's taxes. If there's an error, they will try to get you. I mean, it's some pros and cons of doing taxes. That's why I don't want to do taxes. I know how to do them, but I don't like to have that stress of the IRS coming after me because I did something wrong. I mean, not saying that I always do something wrong, but it's just that, I just don't want to take those chances. So that's something that that's something that I'm not interested in, and number one, and that's something that I don't want to do full time. So that's not nothing that I would like to do. However, I love clothes. I love fashion. I like dealing with jewelry and creating stuff. I'm very passionate about that. So that's what I do. That's why I created PK Fashions. My own boutique that I started back in 2008 out of the trunk of my car. What I did was take out of my 401k. And I used that money to fund my boutique. And so what I did was bought a lot of these things. I bought them wholesale, and I took them and sold them out of my car. And I notated how long it took me to sell the particular things. I bought $300 worth of stuff, and at the time that was a lot of things. It was maybe about 50, 60 things, and what I did was see how long it's going to take me to sell this stuff, and I was successful at it. I made triple the money. So you have to find your passion, what you're passionate about. If you like doing fitness things, stuff like that, then a personal trainer might be a good thing to do. Personal trainer videos, and you can do exercise videos and stuff like that, and you can help people lose weight if that's something that you love. That's not nothing that I would like to do because I am not fit, but find your passion and find what you're strongest at and work at that. Now, of course, they're in business. A lot of times in entrepreneurship, there's going to be some things that you don't want to do, but you're going to have to do it because you're going to need some extra income. Entrepreneurship is multiple streams of income. It's not just working on one thing, and not necessarily everything that you love. But when you first starting out, for all of you first time entrepreneurs starting out, that is something that you might want to consider. It's something that you're passionate about first. Therefore, you will have all of the energy to be able to produce a brand and to market and everything else. You will be passionate about it. You will love it. And if something fails, then it won't hurt as much because you're still passionate about it no matter what, whether it fails or not. You're still passionate about it. But if you are doing something that you don't like and then you fail at it, you're just going to feel miserable. So that's just something to think about. Next is your why. Why do you want to become an entrepreneur? Why do you want to start this business? Is it because I have a family that I want to be there for? I have a little child that I want to see grow up, and I find that working 9 to 5 and going someplace every day is not cutting it. I'm still not able to see my child. What is it that is your why? Some people say I want to leave a legacy for my family. That's a good enough a reason. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your child to have to go through the things that you went through to be able to make ends meet. You don't want to have to, burden them with that. Or you might just don't want you want your child to be able to have a choice of whether they want to after high school, because you're going to finish high school, of course. But after that, if they decide they don't want to go to college, what are you doing? What you doing? Are you going to start investing in stocks? You're going to start investing in real estate? What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So by them growing up and seeing you do these things, it's going to motivate them. And not saying that going out there in the work field is a bad thing, but it's going to give, I want them to have an option. I want my son to have the option of whether he wants to go to college or he wants to pursue some type of entrepreneurship. However, he's going to have to do something. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about. Your why. Pick one of the strongest things, because if you pick something that's mediocre, that's just temporary, just right now type of why, then, because right now, if you say I want to build a business for my child, that's a good reason, but I want to do it for his legacy, so he can pass it on to his children, so the children can pass it on to their children. That's what I mean. That's when that why becomes bigger than just I want what he wants. I want it to be passed from generation to generation. I want all of the generations after me to profit, to inherit the blood shed tears that I did, for them. So anyway, that's deeper. Okay, so that's just some things to think about. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Like, I have a problem with delegating, because I feel like when I pass things on to other parties, I feel like it's not getting done. I feel like if I don't have my hands on it, it's not going to be done right. And so that's a weakness that I have, and that kind of is going to either ruin me in business or make me better in business, or it's going to tire me out in business because I want my hand in everything. I want to make sure that it's done according to my liking. And so I got to look and make sure that everything is the way that I want it to go. So that's a weakness that I have. A strength that I have is that I like everything to be precise, as perfect as possible. Not saying perfect, because nobody's perfect, but perfection is what I strive for. So therefore, that's a strength, because I know my company will be ran right. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about. What problems do I solve? When you are creating your business, well, let's just backtrack. We all have problems in the world. This is plain and simple as that. We all have problems in this world. In this world, we're going to have problems. So, you take those problems and you can look at it from a negative standpoint and say, ooh, this world is just crazy. It's just, it's just too much going on. Or you can take it as a positive and you can see what can you do to solve it. If there's problems with crime in a certain area, like, I have this security business with my husband, and my husband is in the process of, I don't know if I should say this because he's still thinking about it, but like creating a center for the youth to pretty much try to get them in shape, get them in line, try to, be like a big buddy type of program type of thing. So yeah, he has a lot of stuff going on with that. So he took the problem that we have, which is a big problem in the state of Louisiana and in other states as well. We are well aware of that. What you do is you take that problem and you figure out what you can do to solve it. So he did that. Now, if there is a issues, let's say in the hair industry, people have problems with trying to grow their hair, whatever. You may want to create some vitamins. You may want to set up have a video about a routine on how to take care of your hair daily, what to sleep on, give them products that they can sleep on, put satin wraps on your head and stuff like that. Whatever there is a problem, and there are going to be problems, you just need to find out what the problems are and find out if you are willing to come up with a solution. So there's businesses out there that need to be created, that need you. And if there's someone else that is already doing that particular business, then it's not you. So you go out there and you go try something. If let me see, what's the Sunbeam and what's the name of these breads? Sunbeam, Nature's Own, all these Bunny, all these different brands of bread said, oh well, Bunny bread is out there, I'm not gonna worry about it. What if Burger King and McDonald's? What if what if Burger King, because I think McDonald's was first. What if Burger King was like, never mind, I wanted to make burgers, but McDonald's is out there and they're making all the money or whatever, so I'm just gonna sit back and relax. No, they said we got the flame broiled burger, and this is what we have that McDonald's doesn't have. McDonald's fries their burgers, we flame broil ours on the grill. So you got to have, it's the same concept. It's the same. All of them sell burgers, but they have their own little knickknacks, or they have their own little features and benefits that make people want to go there. Everybody doesn't want to go to McDonald's. I personally like Burger King's burger better than I like McDonald's, if it comes down to Burger King and McDonald's. I'm not really a burger fan, period, but I feel like the best burgers to me come from Steak and Shake in Georgia. So y'all got that, yeah. Those are the best burgers to me. But we don't have a Steak and Shake here, so I can't. I've been away from it for a good little while, So everybody has their own little cup of tea. They have the best shakes too. I mean, am I hungry? I just finished eating. But anyway, I just wanted to give you some encouragement, because the only thing that is stopping you from succeeding is you. The only thing that will ever stop you from succeeding is you, because there is plenty of money to be made out there, and it's just not one person getting it. You are not going to be able to serve, your one little you is not going to be able to serve the whole world. And so if everybody thought like that, if Pepsi thought like that, if Coca-Cola thought like that, then we would be in a world of trouble, because we will only have one little thing. They can't come up with everything. I wanted to talk about how can I serve, and that basically is the same thing as what problems do I solve. How can I serve? How can I make sure that I help this person who's having hair issues? How can I serve this person who doesn't like fried burgers? How can I help this person who is trying to lose their stomach after having a baby? You know, different types of resolutions to different problems. So, when times get tough, write this down. When times get tough, remember your why will help you get through whatever you're going through. When times get tough, remembering your why will help you get through whatever you're going through. Because there are going to be issues. There are going to be trials and tribulations. There are going to be points where your vendor or your contractor won't pay you on time. And you've been looking for this check for the last week, and they're a week behind. There have been times when me and my husband have to go through that with our company, our security business as well, where they sent us 2 check stubs. Well, it was 2. It was, one was a check and one was a check stub, and we thought it was both checks because they really owed us 2 checks at one time, but it ended up being one, so you end up getting behind. It's like stuff like that that really discourages you because you're dependent on that. But your why will get you through the tough times. It will help you get through. And you cannot look at everything as negative. Maybe you didn't get that check because you was going to blow it on something else that you didn't need to blow it on. Maybe you didn't get that check because God knew your truck was going to break down that following week or something. You just never know. So you cannot look at everything as always a negative. So that's just some extra nuggets for you.